Bearcats fans, what is going on? This is Neil Meyer of the Front Office News, and I'm joined by our good friend Tim Daniel of Riverfront Sports here as we recap the 91st overall Crosstown Shootout. The Bearcats fall to Xavier 84-79 as the Bearcats are still looking for their first victory here in Cintas Center since 2001. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about after this game. Xavier was coming into this one riding a 3-game home losing streak after a 87-80 loss to Delaware earlier this week, but they bounced back today and remained victorious versus the Bearcats here in the Cintas Center. And for Cincinnati, on the other side of things, Jizzle James had a career day and led the Bearcats with 19 points and was a huge piece of the Bearcats offense this afternoon as he had a career day, and a lot of fans got to see what Jizzle James was all about. Tim, what were your thoughts on the game today?
I think the first thing you got to do is kind of give credit to Xavier on how tough they played. We've kind of been waiting for that for a little while now. They've had these stretches where they play really hard. You saw when they played bigger competition, Purdue, Houston. Those are the games they really stepped up. But today it was kind of a day that we were waiting for them to finish the job, and they did just that. And Quincy Oliveri, 27 points. Stadium McKnight, 20 points. And was huge on the glass for Xavier today. So having those two, Sean talked about in his pressure, Abu Usman and Des Claude kind of become the 4 leaders of the team. Really helped Xavier quite a bit today.
Yeah, and you talk about Quincy Oliveri. I mean, this is a guy who's shot 6 for 8 from behind the arc, a season high, 20 points there in the second half, a perfect 5 for 5 from behind the arc in the second half as well. Overall, Tim, did you feel the momentum start changing after he knocked the first one down there in the second half?
Yeah, being around this team for the season, something's different when Quincy's on it. Something's just different. And when he started kind of getting rolling, you kind of could tell this was kind of going their way. And the crowd getting into it, when the crowd here, they can dictate a game so easily at Cintas Center. So when you have those two combinations of Quincy Oliveri plus the Cintas faithful, things are going to go their way most of the time.
Yeah, and for the Bearcats on the other side of things, Victor Locken finished with 17 points, 15 of those in the second half. But off nights for Simas Lukosius, CJ Frederick, Dan Skillings, as those 3 right there combined for just 5 points. And Aziz Bandego and Victor Locken dominated the glass as always, but really didn't have much offense outside of Aziz tonight. He finished with just 2 points. But overall, the Bearcats out-rebounded the Musketeers, which was a huge emphasis coming into this one due to the height advantage and the size mismatch. But overall, they held Desmond Claude to 5 of 15 shooting, and you got to give credit to John Newman as well on that aspect. Coach Miller said that John Newman played his best game as a Bearcat, so that is great signs to see heading into the Bearcats game versus Bryant on this upcoming Tuesday. But overall, the Bearcats now lose their first game of the season. They were 7-0 heading into this one. Obviously, it's never easy losing to Xavier, and you don't want to see that heading into the season. They have done it quite a bit. Tim is a Xavier fan, so he has to mention that to you guys. But overall, the Bearcats now are 7-1 on the season with a huge opportunity ahead of them on Tuesday to get back in the win column, get things right versus a very tough Bryant team. But overall, a lot of positive things to look forward to. With that being said, I'm Neil Meyer of the Front Office News, and I'm joined by
Tim Daniel of Riverfront Media.
And we are signing out. Thank you, guys.